Okay, so this is a killer in camo. And today I'm going to talk about my gun. I'm in my truck waiting on my wife here. The Taurus TCP. Now that was in a Crimson Tracer holster, pocket holster that is. But look. Hold up. Got somebody kind of watching me here, which is okay. I don't mind being watched, as long as you're not some like stranger danger, perv. Oh no, it's some guy illegally parking right on the damn curb. That's America for you. But anyway, here it is. I'll go ahead and I'm putting the camera down at it in the seat. See, there's my Taurus TCP 738, loaded, of course. Hollow points. I don't carry anything other than hollow points in my gun. I carry it fully loaded, which is 6 plus 1 in the chamber. I did have a 10-round mag for it, but I don't know. I don't really like the whole. Just not a big fan of the extended mag like that, because I mean the thing stuck out like that far and it looked really tacky. But as you can see, I'm in all camouflage. Big camouflage dude. I just want to go ahead and say today that I love my Taurus TCP. I have never had a failure to feed. People looking at me. Never had a failure to feed. For a second. We'll go ahead and roll up that window so people can't hear me. I'll start hearing them. I've never had a failure to feed. I've never had any kind of issues with it at all, other than the retaining pin to come out, which I found out was a issue for the Taurus TCP because of the fact that they have a retaining pin that can come out of the slide. Now, why you do that, I don't know. I kind of wish it was like the Keltec, where it was more like a screw. A screw would make better sense to me instead of like a roll pin. But I had a new spring put in, which is the firing pin spring, part number 31. And then part number 17, which is the retaining pin. I had both of those replaced. Really easy to do. It took the guy like literally 20 minutes at the most. So he cut the spring for me. I got a new spring in there. Fires like a dream. But anyway, I've never had a failure to feed. I've never had a double stack. I've never had stove piping. No kind of failure to fire. Nothing ever. I've only had maybe one jam, and I've shot steel case ammo out of it, brass case, Monarch. I've shot a lot of Monarch through there. Because I worked at Academy, I could, Academy, I mean, it was like $15 a box for the brass 50 rounds of the Monarch. And it done really well. It still does very well. Then I was shooting the steel case of the Monarch. Yet again, nothing ever went wrong with my gun. And I carry it in my pocket, in my front pocket. I love carrying it in my front pocket, especially around the house or if I'm in the woods or anything like that. I am going to try open carrying it. I saw a guy not too long ago open carrying his I'm trying to get the camera right here. There we go. Open carrying his bodyguard. It was a bodyguard. Smith & Wesson 380 bodyguard. So, here we go. Other than that, I mean, everything's been good with it. A lot of people give it trash. The guy that I had work on it, I mean, that gun will probably never fail me. I love the trigger pull on it. I mean, seriously, yeah, it's a long travel, but man, that keeps it safe. It really does. I mean, I'd much rather keep it loaded and know that thing is never going to fire unless the trigger's pulled. And you can kind of play with the trigger without the round going off. Another thing I like about it is the slide locks when it's out. So that means that you know that it's out. It'll also fire without a magazine in it. To me, that's a good thing. They do have a tendency sometimes while it's in my pocket for the magazine to come undone, the magazine button to get pressed. So even if you have to drop a mag, knowing that you're on your last bullet, you can easily drop a mag, pull the trigger, put another one in, and cock it, and everything's fine to go. To me, that's awesome. Yet again, to me, that's sirens. Leaving urgent care. To me, that's the good thing about the gun. Other than it being small, compact. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is less than an inch wide. I mean, look at that. Thing is less than an inch wide. I've got it pointed towards me, but this thing's less than an inch wide. It's maybe 4 or 5 inches tall, maybe. It's about 6 inches long. It does have the it says 3.3 inch barrel, but I'd probably say it's at least it's probably a 3-inch barrel. Range on it is fairly good. Now I've added it does not come painted that OD green. I had that done. It's been polished. It's also got a sight. Right there, green, which I like. Just put that on the target, anywhere on the target, and you're good to go. You're pretty much hit it. It's not the most accurate thing in the world, but it's really a good get off me gun. Of course, I'm 6'4" and 300 pounds. So I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna have anybody really getting on me other than my wife. But in case I try to get robbed or something like that, it's really easy. The gun does very well. Me and my buddies I've shot probably 100 rounds to it just in a couple minutes time, within a day, and just bang, 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 load, bang, 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 and maybe one jam. I mean, 300 rounds and only one jam, that to me is saying a lot for a gun that I only paid not that much. I mean, the gun brand new is $200 at Academy, $350 if you get one from Bass Pro, because Bass Pro is just expensive on them. But for a gun that you can spend anywhere from $200 to $300 on, it's really not that bad. It's really a good gun, and I cannot say enough about it. Now, I know a lot of people have said, "Oh, well, Taurus and Keltec the same." You do not have to do a fluff and buff with that gun when you first buy it. You don't have to. And besides, if you're a gun owner and you know a lot about guns, you're automatically going to get it polished and cleaned anyway. So why not go ahead and just get a fluff and buff on all your guns? I'm just saying, the factory, any manufacturer, unless they're handmade by somebody like I don't know, Les Bear, or somebody that's going to do it one gun at a time, you're pretty much going to get a gun that the barrels are made where they made 100 barrels that day or 1,000 barrels that day or whatever. I mean, seriously, you're going to have to do something to it. Every gun. I knew a guy that bought a $300 pistol and done a $400 trigger job on it. Now, come on. Now, that's saying something to me. So if you really love your gun, you really like it, you're going to do it. So I'll tell you what, this is a Killer and Camo out. I'll do more. Bye.